Hello everyone, Prodo speaking, and today we will be talking about the first Italian consul to San Francisco, the Count Leonetto Cipriani, Conte di Centuri in Corsica, Italian colonel of the Royal Army, senator for the Kingdom of Italy, founder of the town of Belmont in California and of the town of La California in Italy, and war hero of the Italian unification wars. He was born in 1812 in Corsica to a family of Tuscan nobles. Leonetto was restless and ambitious, and in fact he soon would leave home to seek his fortune. In fact, in 1830 he joined the French army and found himself in the exotic and dangerous landscape of Algeria, because as it just happened to be, the French expedition to conquer Algeria was headed by someone who just so happened to be a friend of his father, and he sent him a letter and asked, "Hey, I realize that you're invading Algeria. I would like to join." And so he was allowed. Here in Algeria, Leonetto had something quite nice happen, actually. He became a scout for the French army and infiltrated the palace of the Bey of Algiers. And here he became involved with a very young and very beautiful woman from the harem of the local ruler. And in a bold and risky move, he would secure her freedom by literally taking her and running away with her to Italy. However, tragically, Cipriani records that his short-lived adventure ended with the young woman's suicide, as she sadly was struggling with mental illness and depression and was unable to take Cipriani's father's rejection of her. This profound personal tragedy marked his early years, and in fact, for the next 30 years, Leonetto would not marry or pursue romance in any way. Seeking a new start, and mostly just to help him out, to forget all about this woman who made him incredibly sad, Leonetto's father, Matteo Cipriani, sent him to the family's plantation in the Caribbean. He ended up going there. He ended up going to the island of Trinidad, where he managed the family's plantation. He managed to make a lot of money, actually, about 6 million royal francs. Not royal, yes, 6 million royal francs, which would be about 60 million euros in modern money. So it's quite a lot of money to be made in just a few years, and a testament to how bright of a guy Leonetto was, really. So he used this money to travel extensively across North and South America, amassing another little fortune and a wealth of experience and knowledge in how exactly North America was, and in knowing people and better practicing his English. It was this first-hand knowledge, in fact, that would lead King Victor Emmanuel II to appoint him the first consul of the Kingdom of Sardinia to San Francisco in the year 1850. His journey to his post to San Francisco was an epic adventure in and of itself. In fact, in 1850, he would lead a massive overland trek from Missouri to California with 11 wagons and hundreds of and a herd of cattle that counted about 100 cows. And his diary provides a fascinating account of his journey. In fact, it includes even a meeting with Brigham Young in Salt Lake City. And upon arrival in Belmont, in what is nowadays Belmont, he would have his own home from Livorno shipped by sea and assembled. Basically, when he got there, his villa was already built and ready and waiting for him. And his villa became the first house of consequence on the San Francisco Peninsula, and later became the famous Ralston Hall. Eventually, Cipriani would return to Tuscany, and he would bring a piece of America with him. In fact, he would purchase land, and he would build a grand house near Livorno, between Livorno and Bibona, in fact, in a place that would later become known as La California, a piece of land that at the time was completely uninhabited, but that he bought and that he settled with people that had served him in California when he was there as a consul, and friends, and in general people that he recruited from all around Italy. And yeah, he founded this town, the town of La California near Livorno, as well as the town of Belmont near San Francisco. So we can confidently say that he founded two towns in two different continents. His stories were so vivid and frequently told that the local tavern he established, and eventually the entire small settlement, became known as La California, as I said, basically because of the stories that he would tell about his time in the United States and in California specifically. And in fact, this name is still in use to this day. And he also participated in the Italian Unification Wars, as I said. He fought bravely in the First War of Independence at the Battle of Curtatone. However, he was captured and imprisoned in the fortress of Mantova, accused of being a spy, and only released through direct intervention by King Charles Albert. Cipriani was appointed extraordinary commissioner in Livorno by the Grand Duke of Tuscany, who also happened to be a family friend, to control the situation and avoid unnecessary bloodshed. And later on he would serve as the Governor General for the Romagna region in 1859, technically even before Romagna was officially part of the Kingdom of Sardinia, but he was just sent there due to his fame alone, and he managed to convince the people of Romagna to desert the Pope and join the Kingdom of Sardinia, which, to be honest, the Pope wasn't too happy about, but it just so happened that he wasn't able to do anything about it, really. And his service was so valued that King Victor Emmanuel II wrote him a personal letter where he named him Senator for Life, and he praised his patriotic and sagacious work, and basically named him a friend of the crown and a friend of Italy. With Italy largely unified, Cipriani's public service would formally be recognized, as I said, with his nomination in 1865 to Senator for Life in the newly formed Kingdom of Italy. He would participate in the political life of Italy for a little bit until 1870, when he ended up having a serious argument with Victor Emmanuel II, because he wanted to invade France to take Corsica, because he wouldn't accept an Italian nation that did not include Corsica and Nice, and Victor Emmanuel was very much against it, basically because Italy in no way could take on France, as Italy had just lost very badly against Austria in the Italian independence wars, Italian unification wars, one could say. And yeah, France was definitely stronger than Austria, and it would be quite unwise to try and take Corsica at this time. And so the two had a quarrel, there was a rift between them, and since this, Leonetto would retire to private life in 1870 and first live for about another 10 years in Tuscany, in his own town of La California, and then retire and spend the last 10 years of his life in Centuri, the town where he was born, in his own ancestral family home. And he had a castle built in and around his family's estate in Centuri, and there he spent the last few days of his life, really. From a restless youth in and around Italy, picking fights with teachers, even biting one who called him a dog, being expelled by various Italian high schools, to going to Algeria to invade it, to becoming a cattle driver in America, participating in the California gold rush, naming a Tuscan village after the land that he was consul in, helping forge a village in America, another village in Italy, helping form a nation, Italy itself, and in general having a lot of crazy adventures. We can say that Leonetto Cipriani was a perfect incarnation of the spirit of his time, really. He was a man who not only witnessed history, but actively shaped it, leaving his mark on 2 continents and in the very name of a quiet Italian village known as La California. And not secondarily, he also left his mark in California itself, where he founded the town of Belmont, really. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it. I thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like, leave a comment down below, and if you want to hear more about Leonetto Cipriani, soon there will be another video where I will go into more detail about his wonderful adventures. I hope you like this. God bless you, and see you all soon. Bye bye.